It's here! Surprisingly, Kunos have announced their latest DLC for Assetto Corsa Competizione via Twitter. The British GT pack was a long time in the making, but is finally released on PC. Let's take a look at its content and see if you should get it right away. Assetto Corsa Competizione is hugely popular among sim racing fans due to its laser scan tracks, rich force feedback and authentic roster of the GT World Challenge. Since its release in 2018, Kunos has not only provided its community with free updates, but has also published 3 additional DLCs to bolster their roster of cars and tracks. After the awesome addition of the Mercedes-AMG Evo and the Ferrari 488 Evo, as well as the infamous Imola circuit with the World Challenge Pack in December, Kunos now turns its gaze to Great Britain. The British GT Pack includes 3 iconic new tracks from its name-giving series, namely Donington Park, Oulton Park, and Snetterton Circuit, along with 40 new liveries and 70 new drivers. In addition, there is now a dedicated career mode in which you can follow the British racing series. With a price of €13, the pack has ended up at an expected cost. But are the new features worth it? To answer that question, we first have to look at the build quality these 3 new circuits bring with them. Of course, they were crafted from the ground up with laser scan technology. This is particularly clear at Oulton Park, as this old circuit from the 1950s feels authentically rough and bumpy when you drive on it. An excellent challenge for everyone knowing their way around the suspension settings in the setup menu. If you need any help with that, you should check out our tutorial with Jardier on exactly how to set up your car in ACC. But back to the British GT pack and the love for detail that Kunos has put into the new tracks. Vegetation, tarmac, curbs, buildings, everything is perfectly in place and transports you into the world of British racing. Just take a look at those muddy curbs when you turn on the rain effects. They're just amazing. Of course, those old British tracks from the 50s were not exactly known for GT3 or GT4 racing, but rather for touring car masters, which is why the track width could be a problem, especially for newbies. Comparable to Brands Hatch, which is already included in the main game, these are very demanding tracks that require precise steering inputs and good grip and acceleration rather than raw speed. Make sure that you learn the tracks beforehand, instead of just hopping onto an online session right away. Earning all 3 track medals first is the way to go. Or Snetterton, as we found out during our testing, will crush your bones and eat you for breakfast. All in all, the 3 tracks are beautifully crafted and round off the circuit lineup of ACC well, giving fans hope for even more additions in the future. But is that all there is? Well, there isn't much left in the DLC after that, but don't let that get you down. Especially because the Championship mode is a welcome addition. If you are unsure whether you should get this DLC, or are still pondering the purchase of the GT4 pack, this update can function as a free trial. You see, if you don't own any of the game's content, you can still enjoy the Championship mode for free. The newly added multi-class racing against the AI makes all that possible, which will have you on a track in either a GT3 or GT4 car. Another great input that can help you with your decision making. Also, patch 1.7 brings extra tweaks to the AI, physics, graphics, and the UI. While racing, the strength of the force feedback can now be seen here to check if you have any clipping spikes. And the appearance of some bars has also been adjusted. That doesn't reinvent the wheel, it just makes the game a little bit better with every update, right? So, let's come to our verdict. Should you get it right away? Well, do you love ACC? Then yes, you definitely should. If you can't afford it right now, play the Championship mode to get accustomed with the new tracks, and strike when a deal comes up. No matter which angle we look at the new update, it is worth the little extra money. ACC has grown into the place to be in sim racing and has really blossomed since its release in 2018. We can't wait to see what the future holds. Just think about a possible DTM update, as they are running GT3 spec as well this year. Which tracks would you love to see in ACC? Let us know in the comments below. Also, if you liked this content, check out our tutorial with Jardier to become a real endurance pro. There's a lot you can learn from this video. For more esports racing content in general, visit overtake.gg or our YouTube and other social channels. Thanks for having me, and until next time, cheers!